Okay, Mike.
Yes.
Why don't you real quick just kind of say, introduce yourself again real quick. Everybody knows who you are, but we like this stuff. And then we'll do your slideshow.
Okay. I'm Mike Begatis. I am currently serving as a long-term OCMC missionary in Tanzania. And for those who don't know where Tanzania is, it's a country in East Africa. And I'm in a city called Bukoba, which is on Lake Victoria. It's the biggest lake in Africa. I've been here for about almost exactly 8 months. And I'll be here for about another year and a half or so. And then I'm coming back to the States.
So, Mike, we're not going to see you for a second because we're gonna start the slideshow.
Okay, go for it. Okay, slide 1. You on that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's Bukoba. And when I said it's on Lake Victoria, I really meant it was on Lake Victoria because that's the lake in the background. There's a church in the center of the picture. It's kind of hidden by trees, but that is one of the main churches here in Bukoba. Are there 3 churches? 3 Orthodox churches in Bukoba? Okay. So there are 3 Orthodox churches in Bukoba. And this one is, I guess you could call it the main one because this is where the bishop serves whenever he's in town. The city of Bukoba used to be the main archdiocese office for this district or the archdiocese. And it's now in a different city. It's about a quarter of the way around the lake in a city called Mwanza. But they kept this church and the office building, which is to the right of the church in the slide. And then if you look on the island in the background, it might be kind of hard to see on your screen, but there's a small white dot in the center of the island. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay, you can see it.
Okay, you can see it? Okay, that's another Greek Orthodox church that was built maybe a couple of years ago. So go ahead to the next one. Now, the slide on the upper left is just another view of Bukoba from a different hill. And then the one on the bottom right is from that island that you saw on the previous slide. We actually went there with the bishop, I think back in October or November. We took a boat across. We had liturgy there. And then after liturgy, I climbed up to the top of the mountain and took some pictures. And that's one of the pictures. And that's looking back at Bukoba. The third slide is of that small speck that you saw on the first slide. That's the church. Father, do you remember the name of the church? St. Nicholas. Yeah, that's right. So it's the outside and the inside of the church on the island. It's called Musilla Island. Okay, the next one is of the house where I am right now with everyone here. That's where we're living in Bukoba. And then my bedroom is on the right, the lower right. And you'll see, notice the mosquito net hanging above it? Everybody here uses mosquito nets because of something called malaria. Yeah. So we all have those suspended over our beds, and we have to let them down at night and tuck them in around the bed so mosquitoes can't get in. The next slide is of the church that's actually right next door to us. It's the 12 Apostles, and it's Father Spiridon's church. Here, let me introduce you to everyone really quickly too. This is Father Spiridon.
What? We saw you.
Okay. And then Katie, who's another missionary.
Hi everyone.
And then this is Father Spiridon's daughter, Sophia.
Yeah. You see all the kids?
And then this is Apollinati. This is Father Spiridon's nephew. And then this is Anselmo. He works at our house as a gardener, and then he stays overnight as a guard. Yes. Galileo. Garundi. Okay, so should we continue the show?
Yeah, why don't we?
Okay, so go back to the picture of the 12 Apostles Church. So behind the church in the picture is the house where we live. And every morning we'll get up, the church bell will ring at around 6 or 7 in the morning. We'll get up, go to Matins or Liturgy, depending on the day. And then at night, during the evening at around 6 o'clock, we'll go for Vespers. And we live right next door, so it's really nice. We don't have to drive anywhere. And then on the right, they had a priest seminar here. Actually, they've had 2 of them. But the first one was in November. And the bishop was here along with just about every priest from the Archdiocese of Mwanza. It's amazing. And so that's just a shot from the hierarchical liturgy. Okay, so are you at the next one?
Yes.
Okay. A couple of weeks ago, actually a few weeks ago, I was invited to attend a baptism and basically baptize a baby. So I now have another godson who is in the picture on the bottom right. That's him. His name is Seraphim. And his father is a priest in, it's a small town called Bugabo, which is close to the Ugandan border. And so I went up there a few weeks ago, and I thought it was just going to be a baptism for Seraphim, but it ended up being for 27 people. It was a mass baptism. And so there were 27 babies, kids, and young adults were all baptized on the same day. And that's not uncommon here in Tanzania. A lot of people get baptized at once. Going ahead to the next one, the next couple slides are pictures of animals that I've seen in the wild. And you know what they are, so I didn't label them. Or I'm hoping you know what they are. And these were taken in the Serengeti, which is across the lake from us.
We're just looking at it.
Okay, yeah, so there's baboons, and then on the bottom is wildebeest. And then on New Year's Eve, I went to Uganda and climbed up a mountain to see some mountain gorillas. So that's a mountain gorilla on the right.
So Michael actually got out and walked around with all these gorillas all over the place. Pretty awesome.
And I'm here to tell
Yeah. Pictures, yeah.
Okay, and then the next one is just me in the Serengeti.
There's my Serengeti, right.
The next one is just some of the people I've met. The first one, the picture on the upper left, was taken in Dar es Salaam at a grocery store. And a lot of the people in Tanzania are Muslim. And so the owners and workers of this grocery store were Muslims. And I would go over there quite a bit. And they were really friendly, and we talked a lot. And so I'll probably keep in touch with them and hopefully go back to Dar es Salaam at some point. The picture on the bottom is of some Masai Warriors. I don't know if you're all familiar with the Masai.
No.
Okay, well, they're probably... They're one of the best-known tribes in all of Africa because they've kept their traditional ways. You can see they're still wearing their traditional clothing. They mostly raise cattle in northeastern Tanzania around Arusha. And what happened is they don't have a lot of their land anymore because of development, and the government's been using it to develop national parks. So they have to come to places like Bukoba. So there are actually a lot of Masai living here, making a living so they can support their families back home. The next one you'll really enjoy because I found all of these shirts that just on random people, and they were all shirts donated from Wisconsin. So I don't know how well you can see them, but the one on the upper left is from the Milwaukee County Zoo. The next one down is from Mukwonago High School. The third one is from the Greater Milwaukee Open. And then the last one is a Wisconsin Badgers jacket. And then the last one is just of our Thanksgiving dinner. So the three of us in the back are three of the missionaries. Katie was the one taking the picture, so she's not in the picture. So the woman on the left is Felice, and she's also staying here with us. The guy in the middle is James, who's living in Mwanza and actually working directly with the bishop. And then there's me. And then on the bottom, the woman on the far left is Christina. She's our cook. And then the woman next to her is the presbytera, Katerina. And she's holding Simeon, who just turned 1 last month. He's one of Father Spiridon's kids. And then there's Father Spiridon, and then Sophia's in the front, and then Apollinati is on the right. And that's it.
Cool. Okay.